Got to talk about 8.
Oh, facts, bro. He looked great to me, man. He looked like QB1.
Yep.
If you've been to training camp, that's what he's looked like. Confident, decisive. I love the decision making. I love that he was going through his progressions as well. The Pickens throw, the touchdown, going front side first. Doesn't like what he sees, pulls the trigger on it to the GP. I love that. Used the athleticism when he needed it. We obviously saw when he needed to get out of that pocket. Yeah, thanks to Chooks. But see, we need that sometimes. Chooks was just trying to showcase Kenny's athleticism.
Not in preseason.
That's why he did it.
Not in the regular season either. I'd rather Kenny just be in the pocket.
We do it in the preseason stuff when we ain't got to see it anymore.
Unless it's a PA rollout design.
He just wanted to show
Canada
you.
Scheme something
He
up
was
for
just
him.
trying to show you that Kenny would be capable of it because Kenny was so
We already
laser
know that.
focused. That's why he did that. All right, you just didn't get the memo. He texted me ahead of time.
Okay.
He was like, "Yo, Mos, I'm gonna let him go this way so Kenny could." I was like, "All right, bet. Don't say less, man."
Diaby is his Achilles heel, I guess.
It was bad matchup, bro.
He's done good against like really good players like Von Miller and J.J. Watt in the past, but Diaby in the preseason just couldn't handle it.
It's a game changer, bro. But he definitely uses athleticism when needed. I thought he had some really smart decision making as well in terms of knowing when to throw the ball away versus when to extend the play. I thought he did good with both of those things. Like I said, loved the progression in terms of him going front side to back side with the touchdown pass to Pickens. And I like the fact that it was another tight window throw because as much as we talk GP and we'll get to him in terms of him being all world and potential, still is the same thing. Wasn't a ton of separation in contrast to Deontay, who had infinite separation. You know,
caught the ball.
Well, and the funny thing is this: they both ended up with the same stat line: 1 for 32, 3 for 32.
That makes sense.
It just depends on which version you like. One is Randy Moss, one shot, big play. One's Chris Carter. He gonna route you up the depth and get you all the in between the depth. That's the difference. Not saying that they are those players, but that's the analogy.
It's too late. You said it.
Stop it. But that's the analogy though, because what will Randy Moss do? He's gonna take the top off. He's gonna have 3 catches for 150 yards. Chris Carter gonna have 10 catches for 150 yards. They both gonna cook though.
And that's the A-Rob for like 5 for 60.
Yeah, but they both gonna cook. And we saw that. GP's cooking is way different though. Because for GP, he makes that combat tight catch, makes that dude, he shoves him off, and then from there, athletic fast enough to I'm gonna take the safety right and then left that safety where I'm like, bro, you can't have too many more plays like that. You will not be in this league if you do that. As much as I love GP's game, that was not a move that he should be scoring on against an NFL safety like that.
I did tweet out too easy.
I'm just like, bro. I'm like, yo, it could have been. That was a dope catch. It was a dope throw. Like, I like all that, but bruh, you got to make that tackle. Like, you got to make, or at least slow him down so somebody else can make the tackle. He didn't touch him. But salute Pickens for making it look like that. That's what it's supposed to do. If you got a matchup where, that dude don't belong out there, make it look like that. But it's just a different style of player. You watch Deontay cooking on them stops, on them comebacks, or excuse me, I said the stops, the ends, the slants, fast feet. I thought he was about to run backwards for that one, but he didn't. I was like, all right, thank you.
Juked like 3 guys out.
I was like, thank you so much, bro. But he looked, you saw how fast he looked, bro. He juked 3 dudes in like arms distance, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I say, yo, he catch the pop, 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 hit all 3 of them off. And
then, it should have only been like a 4-yard gain. Got like 8 yards out of it.
Yes. I said, but that's DJ. That to me is their difference. That's why I'm like,
gin and juice.
I like both of them. I low-key, I like, what's gin? Because you got the G. Okay.
Oh, you haven't heard this?
No, this is for real?
Yeah, Deontay said that's our nickname as a wide receiver duo.
I love it,
I'm
bro.
Juice and Pickens is Gin.
I love it.
Yeah,
because
I think it fits
and
nice.
I'm a Snoop fan too, so rolling. Man, get a little gin and juice, baby. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's perfect. Pickens is Jen. Yeah, makes sense.
Facts.
Deontay was already kind of called Juice up to this point.
I've known him
even though
DJ or Juice.
That's more of Le'Veon's nickname or O.J. Simpson's nickname.
I looked at it like this. I thought Deontay being called Juice was like what he like personal nickname is Juice.
Yeah, he was trying to sell us on it.
No. I'm saying like in the sense of like if you know Deontay, I think that's what they like what he's always going by is just Juice. Whereas L. Bell, nobody called him Juice until that became like the new thing. Like
who started that?
L. Bell did. Yeah, it was like you're the Juice. No, it was Coach T would call him the Juice. He would call him that in practice, and then from there it just kept going bigger.
What,
and
he
bigger.
thought
and
he
bigger.
ran like OJ or something?
I'm not sure where it came from. I don't know if he thought he ran like, or if it was the smoothness of it, because that was when we first started seeing L. Bell switch his style of running from that rookie year to the patient,
right,
and then go smooth. So maybe that's what it's from. I don't know, but we weren't calling L Bell Juice. L Bell was L Bell. Then it became the whole Juice thing. OJ Simpson has been the Juice. I've known OJ as either OJ or the Juice. So yeah, I just thought that Deontay is just like, that's personally what they call him.
But now with that duo nickname, you're definitely Juice.
I like Gin and Juice, bro. I like Gin and Juice because they both, like I said, they both can cook. But I like how Kenny understands how both of them cook as well, and it made sense in terms of the targets, right? He went to DJ multiple times, came over here when I needed it, when I felt good on the shot, when I thought we was in a place we could get after it, and it paid off. I also liked how he was working the middle of the field. I thought that was another thing, and we know we've criticized Kenny and Matt Canada about scheming stuff up middle of the field or even attacking the middle of the field. The Pickens catch, let's be real. That's hitting right on the hash. That's middle. You talk about when Pat Frymouth made his catch. Tampa 2, Pat reads that his zone, sits it down right in the middle, bop. Those are the type of things, though, that you want to see, and it was really decisive. And that's the thing that when I look at Kenny in that game and going back to training camp, he's just decisive. He's not thinking about it multiple times. He's not, I should have went, I'm going to wait on it. Let me look to see him physically. Nah, it's not that anymore. Like, it's the anticipation is, I know it. I trust you're going to be where you're going to be. Let's do this. And that's what you want to see, man. To me, man, if I had any con or any knock, it was just when he threw the ball quick to Najee versus the pressure. Because,
he even said that.
Yeah, that was my own. He did. Shout out to Kenny for that.
Yeah, in the post-game interview. Yeah. I think it was Missy or someone asked him, like, what do you want to work on whenever you go back?
It was a 5-man pressure, and you had the O-line already there to protect it. And it's funny, too, because as soon as he went right there, that's when the curl was coming wide open. If he just wait on it.
Right. Who was that? It was Deontay.
I think it was Deontay running because he was coming out there. I was like, if you just waited on it, that was my only critique. But I said, yo, this is your first one this year. Think about this. That was the first blitz, too, that Tampa had called. So, to me, I said, if I'm Kenny, I've been seeing the practice tempo of a blitz. I know what that feels like. This your first, this season, NFL version of the blitz. I thought it just caught him off guard a little bit in terms of the speed of it. He thought it was faster than what it actually was. It's like, nah, trust your eyes, bro. You saw exactly what you saw.
It's not the worst decision to make in a preseason.
Bro, let's be real.
If you want to protect yourself, make sure those dudes don't get to you. And you got Najee one-on-one with whoever that was. Was that linebacker?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Najee could have made a play.
Yeah. My thing is this, bro. If that's your bad play, is you throwing the right throw, we're just saying that there was more meat on the bone. That's what we're saying. You throwing to Najee the swing route versus pressure is not a bad play. But for what we know you're capable of and where we think you can take us, we're like, man, you're settling if you're throwing to Najee versus that pressure when it's not really imminent on you.
Right.
It wasn't 6-man. It wasn't a free rusher. It wasn't cover 0 where you know you got to get rid of the ball right now. If it's cover 0 where everybody's coming, yeah, that's a great throw. If you know that one of the D linemen have to peel to go with Najee, that's a great throw because it's a chasing thing. But for that, where you know that's the guy in his top down and he's going to be in the bind because I got this route coming here, I'm 2-on-1 on it. You can rest on that. You ain't got to rush that. But to me, I'm like, if that's the critique, man, we're going to be all right. We definitely going to be all right. But I thought he looked good, man. I was really just pleased with what I saw. But I'm just glad that it's still just carrying on from what we already seen. OTAs, he looked the part. Training camp, he's looked the part. First preseason game, he looked the part. Like, that's all you want, man.
100%.
That's all you want. Absolutely.
Me personally, I've seen everything. Set him rest of preseason.
I swear, I was with you, bro. I'm with you. I was like, I don't need to see that.
I don't think they're going to, but
I honestly don't think so either. But I was so cool. I'm just like, bro, I've seen enough. I don't even want to risk it. Because after I got squeamish, man. When the whole thing, man, when Kendrick almost got dumped on Mason Lay, bro, I was just like, nope. Kenny, you're done. Nah, you ain't going back out there in the preseason. Nope.
Well, at least Mason Cole will be centering for him.
Very true. Very true. I was just like, I can't.
I know, yeah, he has James Daniel and Sayamalu there.
I just can't.
But to your point, Chooks, there's a little bit of that weak link on the other line.
I'm cool on it, man.
Yeah, I just thought, I don't know. I get it if you want to, just get more acclimated with the offense or do your reps, your repetition, whatever it is, heading into the regular season. I get that because Pickett is still in year 2. Canada's still a young OC.
Yeah, George Pickens is in year 2. I'm with you, bro.
I'm not opposed to just figuring that out week 1 because it's such a long season.
Trust me, I'm with you. I am with you. I'm like, yo, our goal isn't to go undefeated. Our goal is to be, playing our best ball, end of the season, get into this postseason, and then we make it happen. I just don't, like, that really made me nervous, bro. I said, yo, if we lose the quarterback or one of these dudes in this time frame because of something like that, I just, But now that is living in your fears, and I know that's what Coach T would say. And that's
but then
the problem.
He did.
I'm with you.
He sat the defenders.
I'm with you.
Minka,
I said,
TJ,
no TJ. I said, oh. I said, wait a minute now. You definitely.
What happened?
Yeah, all that talk. If they're healthy, they're going to play. Yeah, all right.
I'm happy he went that approach.
I am too. Trust me, I am too, bro.
Yeah, I didn't want to see any of those guys out there. Now, that's not to say we still might not see him week 3 or something.
Yeah.
We still might because we did last year. Like whenever we played, was it the Lions? I think most of the starters played. Yeah. Mitch played the whole first half in that Lions game.
Yeah. But Mitch was also new to the team too, though. So I wonder.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's why I think we're still going to be seeing Kenny. But I've seen enough. Sit him.
But I do want to say this though, man. I want to talk a little O-line.
Wait, can I say this about Kenny though, real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Knock it out. Yeah.
The arm strength thing is real.
What you mean?
I think velocity is even better than what it was last year. Dude was throwing DOS. Dude was throwing lasers. Those were lasers.
It looked like Kenny, bro.
Those were. I think there was a little bit more speed. There's a little bit more zip.
All right, man.
I don't think he was messing around when he said he improved the arm strength. Look at that.
All good, man.
And I will say this about Deontay. We were complimenting him.
Yeah.
That was a little QB friendly route. Like, make sure you get back to that. Right? So
DJ,
just sat there.
I'm telling you, bro, DJ is when you talk specifically the route running part, you're going to be hard pressed to find somebody that is better, like clear cut, just better than him at running routes. We're not talking about the catch. We're not talking about run after. We're just simply talking about the route tree, him getting in and out of his breaks. He got that, bro. He one of the best that's doing that right now. One of the best. You got, obviously you got like Amari Cooper. He another one of them dudes. It's like crazy sharp with the route running, but it's like the way that DJ does all them little things. Like you talk about being quarterback friendly on the sideline, but working back towards the football instead of waiting and making it just a tougher throw on the quarterback where he really got to cut up and put even more into that thing, or he allows that defender to become more in play. Those are all little details. It's not a big thing. It doesn't get talked about a ton, but that little stuff is the difference between it being an incompletion, a PBU, an interception, or it being a 10-yard catch for a first down.
Real quick before the O-line, too. Yeah. All I'm saying is those dudes that were hating on Pickett, the analysts, with their bad takes, the fake media, all that stuff. Those takes are going to age like milk.
Ugh.
The ones that, like Dan Orlovsky saying, Pickett won't be able to outdo these other quarterbacks in the AFC North, or David Carr, I think he said like a couple weeks ago, Pickett's going to hold back the Steelers from competing with the rest of these AFC North teams because of he's not as good of a quarterback as the other guy. Those are going to age so bad. I'm just telling you that right now. I already told you. Our quarterback rankings haven't dropped yet, but I said top 10 at least. Top 10 at least.
You heard what that man said.
And I just got more confirmation from that first preseason game.
You heard what the man said.
Like you said, it, to me, not really surprising, but it's just like, this is what I need to see. This is what I expect.
Yeah. I want it to look like you out there cooking up in the preseason. Like, we can't say that about every quarterback that is playing in the preseason right now. Starters across the league. Or even guys that are viewed as potential franchise guys, young quarterbacks. It's like, nah, you can't just act like you're just going to come here and play like that. But Kenny is showing that he's capable of that.
I think this offense has a chance to be more explosive than we even thought. I know I've said that a couple times these last couple weeks, but again, like we just come out and throw it. Like that was probably 70-80% of the time on that first drive.
But also, how were we
3 passes right off the bat?
We weren't static, though. Still we're getting some motion, some pre-snap movement. And I think of that type of stuff as well with it being schemed like that. I'm like, that's the part where I say to Canada, you still got to acknowledge that part. Because both of them, I thought, were doing what they're supposed to do. But we said that even last year in terms of watching them both grow the confidence. It makes sense why you're more comfortable calling those type of calls. You said it yourself. I mean, he called the first 3 plays, 3 pass plays out the gun.
Out the gun, yeah.
Out the gun. We didn't see that. But that is saying what? I trust you, Kenny. I trust what you're seeing. You're seeing it the way that I'm seeing it. You're anticipating it the way that I'm anticipating it. You're thinking this through the way that I'm thinking this through. And as a coach, that's what you want. You want your player to be thinking like how you think, or you to at least understand fully how he's going to process information before you give him that call. Because if I give a dude a call and I know he can't think the way that he needs to think in here, I'm just setting him up for failure. It don't matter what I call. But if you feel like he is capable of that type of stuff, you put more on his plate. And that is what we saw. So that's definitely another sign, man. Another step in that right direction for us, baby.
Let Kenny cook.